Hi, boys and girls. This is a story about the other type of butterfly that we raised, which is called the painted lady. This story is called Butterflies in Room 6. See how they grow. And again, this is an informational text to give you more information. The children in Room 6 are learning about butterflies. Their teacher, Mrs. Best, has brought butterfly eggs to school. In about 4 weeks, the tiny eggs will become beautiful painted lady butterflies. But how does this happen? The children will watch to find out. Like many insects, a butterfly has 4 stages of life. A painted lady life begins with a small blue egg. The egg becomes a caterpillar and then a pupa and finally a butterfly. So we have the eggs, the caterpillar, the pupa, and the butterfly. Mrs. Best puts the butterfly eggs into a large plastic box. Inside the eggs, caterpillars are growing. The children add some caterpillar food. After the eggs hatch, the caterpillars will crawl to the food and start eating. By the next day, the eggs are hatching. The caterpillars crawl out. They look like tiny dark specks. Each one is smaller than a sesame seed. The caterpillars eat and eat. Each day, they grow a little bigger. The children spread more food on the bottom of the box. When a caterpillar grows too big for its skin, the skin splits and falls off, and a new skin is underneath. After a week, the caterpillars are about a half-inch long. Mrs. Best gently picks up each caterpillar with a paintbrush and puts it into a cup. Small holes in the lid give it air. The caterpillars keep eating and growing. Now the caterpillars are 2 weeks old. One by one, they crawl to the top of the cup and make a patch of sticky silk on the paper towel under the lid. The caterpillar attaches its hind legs to the hind end of the silk and curls up like the letter J. The next day, the caterpillar sheds its skin for the last time. It twists and shakes until the skin slips off, and the caterpillar is now a pupa. It is covered by a soft chrysalis. And we saw this with our painted ladies. In a day or so, the chrysalises became hard. Mrs. Best moves them to a flight cage and pins the paper towel to the side. The chrysalises hang down just as they would from a leaf or a branch. Inside each chrysalis, the pupa is transforming into a butterfly. And here you can see the pupas or the chrysalises. When the butterflies come out, the children watch and wait. Every day they check the chrysalises. 7 days go by and no butterflies yet. On the 8th morning, one of the chrysalises is empty. A beautiful butterfly is hanging on the net. The butterflies are coming out. Another butterfly is ready to emerge. Its chrysalis breaks open. The butterfly grabs the paper and pulls itself out. Its wings are wrapped around its body like a closed umbrella. And as soon as the wings are free, they fill with fluid and unfold. They are soft and slightly damp. The butterfly cannot fly until its wings are straight and stiff. For an hour or so, the butterfly rests as its wings dry. One by one, the butterflies come out of their chrysalises, and soon the flight cage is full of butterflies. The children cut up oranges and slip them into the flight cage. The butterflies sip the sweet juice, and the sugar gives them energy. The butterflies flutter their wings and fly inside the flight cage. When they land, they hang onto the netting with their feet. The children wonder which butterflies are boys and which are girls. Males and females look almost the same, but usually females are a little larger and have plumper bodies. The children look closely at the butterflies. They see that the butterfly's body is divided into 3 parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. On the head are 2 big eyes and a pair of antennae. The wings and legs are attached to the thorax. The butterflies are now almost a week old, and it is time to let them go. It is a warm day and not too windy. The children bring the butterflies outside. Mrs. Best reaches into the flight cage and waits for a butterfly to crawl onto her hand. Mrs. Best slowly brings the butterfly out of the flight cage. The children stand still and hold out their hands. Mrs. Best lets the butterfly crawl from her hand to theirs. At first, the butterfly sits quietly, then it flutters its wings and flies away. The butterfly hardly weighs anything at all. One by one, the butterflies come out of the flight cage, and one by one, they fly away. Some fly into the trees, some land on flowers, some fly over the fence and into the neighborhood. For the next few weeks, the butterflies will feed on the flowers and find their own mates and lay their own eggs, and then the eggs will hatch into caterpillars and new butterflies.